Today we're going to highlight some of the different features of IXL that you may already know and some may be new to you. First, in the Learning Center, you'll see that all of your students, no matter what grade they're in, will have access to each grade level. So if you have a 5th grader who you know needs review in another grade level, the good news is they can go back to other grades regardless of which one they're assigned within IXL. When you're searching for standards, you probably already know to go to your grade. The new thing might be that you can sort things by topics up here. So instead of seeing them all written out like this, you can view them by topic. And it might make things a little bit easier for you. You can also search the topics and skills up here in the search bar. So if there's something that you're looking for, it would bring up all of the grade level lessons for that. And you can see them by grade here. And that's an easy way to go in and find the lesson that you're looking for. Another way that you can look through the skills that are on IXL is to go to the Virginia SOL section. And here you can just quickly go through your grade level standards, and you can find the lessons within IXL that match nicely with those. When you're working with the skills and assigning them to students, there's no actual way to go in and have students assign certain lessons, but what you can do to make things easier on you and them is you can star and highlight lessons that you want them to complete while they're in the lab or while they're in their small groups. The way you do that, you hover over, you'll see a little gray star appear, and then when you go over it, it's yellow, and you click and it suggests this skill for the students. When you're done with that section, you could go through and you would get rid of these by just clicking again, and then you could move to your new set of skills and highlight those for the students. A good suggestion that we got from a webinar was that before you assign the students to a certain skill, maybe take the time to, on the board, do a few with them so that they can see how the explanations are given to them when they get one wrong. So you could purposely go through and answer questions incorrectly so that the kids can see the feedback that they get. So you could take the time to show them where the explanation comes in. That way they learn and they get used to going down and actually reading this and taking it into consideration before they move forward, instead of just saying got it and moving to the next question. Another thing within the Learning tab that I'm going to point out is the SMART score and how your students may get frustrated with that. And so I'm going to show you a chart that goes through the different levels of challenge and the rigor as it increases as students get through more questions. So you can see here that anywhere from 0 to 70, students are in the learning and practicing SMART scores, where the questions are building up to mid-level rigor. From 70 to 90, they're refining their skills, where the questions are increasing to a higher level rigor. And then if they're getting between 90 and 100, they're definitely in the challenge zone, so things are getting a little more difficult for them. It's recommended that you set a SMART score goal between 70 and 90, with 80 being a proficient score. Something just to note. Next, we're going to take a look in the Analytics section. The one I'm going to point out today is your Real-Time Center.
Have you heard about IXL's Real-Time Report? The Real-Time Center helps you manage your classroom by identifying what students are working on and if any of them are having trouble or are off task. A teacher favorite, the Real-Time Center features a live activity tile for each student that shows you what they're practicing and how they're performing at that moment. When students are struggling, their tiles turn red to alert you that they may need help. Gray tiles indicate idle students who might need to be prompted to refocus on their work. You can even use the Real-Time Center to motivate students. Project the report.
So again, you find that by going to the Analytics and then clicking on your Real-Time Center. This is a great thing to have up when you're in the lab or if you're working with small groups. If you're not working with this one group at the time, you can still kind of have a quick glance of what they're working on, who might need help, and who isn't actually working at all at that time. And finally, today we're going to explore the inspiration section of IXL. and the tab on IXL alignments. Here, if you scroll down, you'll see our Envision Math textbook. And what that gives you is a document that looks like this, where you'll see the IXL skills and then the section within the textbook that you're covering, where you can go through and pair those up and assign them to your students as you see fit. And that's all we're going to do for today. Hopefully you found a few bits of information that will make IXL more useful in your classroom.